Alright guys, here's a follow-up video on my 88 323 GTX with the Alcantara dash installed. I'm also trying out my new GoPro as well. The last one just decided to stop working and just got this new one and testing it out as well. So anyway, here is the new Alcantara dash, and I hope you can see it. It's a bit dark in the garage, but hopefully you can get a feel for the fit and finish. It was quite an effort to install this, let me tell you. It took about 5 hours to pull the dash, and then of course another 5 hours to reinstall. It's about 10 hours over the course of 2 days. A lot of work is involved in it, and I didn't record the level of effort along the way, but wanted to at least show you the what the dash does look like. The vents are a little bit tight, as you can tell, because of the thickness of the material. So I'll have to do a little bit of sanding to slip them flush in place. But they're really sturdy. They're not going to go anywhere. These guys slipped in really nicely, actually, which was good. And I gotta still fit in the defrost vents. But overall, everything actually went well in terms of how the installation was. The time involved to remove the dash is very extensive. You don't have to physically pull the entire dash out of the car. The key is to actually loosen the entire dash and then pull it towards the front seats enough that you can get your hands and tools back in here to actually remove all the nuts that actually fasten the pad to the actual skeleton of the frame of the dash. I'll just kind of walk you through some things that I did, and as a summary. First of all, you got to remove the glove box. So this comes out, and luckily Mazda are great. All the screws are the same, so just make sure that you of course put them in a safe location, and I always bag them or put them in a container. So remove the glove box, and then you have to move the inside part of the glove box, which is this metal frame. All that has to come out. Once this comes out, that gives you access to some of the nuts that hold the pad to the frame. There's a total of 15 nuts, that hold this pad to the actual dash frame. So again, 15 nuts have to come out. All the vents have to come out as well. There's 2 or 3 right on the perimeter here that also have to be removed. So be careful taking this guy out, so you don't break it. And I use my plastic tools from Harbor Freight to remove it. Once that is out, I removed all the center stack here. So this guy I also removed, and I also removed the center part of the dash here, where this frame is that has to come out, your ashtray, cigarette lighter, and I'll pull it all out, and then the center vents also have to come out. There's just 2 screws holding it underneath here. Oh, actually under here. That has to come out, and then you slowly pry this out. Now the air conditioning on my car's air conditioning, this is has a harness plug that goes well into the dash. You can actually pull this all out, take the screws out, and just kind of have it hanging loose. Just be careful you don't damage the wires to the AC switch, and this whole thing will come out. After that, I remove the steering wheel. and the gauge cluster, which is tricky because the electrical connections for the gauges are fairly tight. There's not a lot of harness wire and pigtails, so you have to really get your hand in on this right side right here and physically pull all the harness plugs. There's two on this side, there's a big one on this side, and the speedometer cable is really tricky, and there's not much slack in the speedometer cable, so be very careful with all the electrical and the speedometer cable. You don't kink it and damage it pulling it out. Once that's out, there's 3 screws up here to remove the gauge cluster, and then that comes out. All these switches have to come out as well. Right here, this little coin box has to come out, and this whole air piece right here has to come out as well. So there's a lot of things to remove, guys. Once the steering wheel is out, the column surround this trim here, this also has to come out as well. The top piece has to come out so that you can pull the entire gauge cluster out. So just a heads up, so you can see how many steps are involved in removing the dash. And then of course you have to be so careful with all the plastic, the frame for the digital clock, this little center fastener here, and then of course all the defroster vents have to be all removed. So a lot of steps involved, and let me show you the stock dash. I have a spare dash right here from another GTX that I used to have for parts. This is the dash that came off of it, so you can see how much stuff is involved. It's good to actually have a spare because it gives you an idea of what's involved by looking at it on a bench. And if I flip it over, I'll show you. Okay, so you can see here the 15 nuts. Here's one, and you can see I put a little bit of red paint on each one, so that way I kept a tally on which ones were removed and which ones were put back in. So, oops, here are 2 right here, and here are another 2 right here. There's another one, and all the others are hidden behind the vents and so on, as I'd mentioned. To physically pull the dash away from the firewall in the car requires removal of this guy over here, this guy over here, and then there's some securing fasteners for the center piece on the tunnel. And once you do that, it's like 5 or 6 total fasteners, then it can slowly be pulled away. All you need to pull it away is an inch or 2, and then you can get access to the back. So hope that helps, and it's a kind of a painful, difficult installation, but well worth it, as you can tell. I definitely sliced up my hands pretty good just because it's tight working in there. There's a lot of sharp edges behind the dash, but overall things worked out quite well, and I'm pleased with how it fits and how it looks. And certainly better than looking at some of the cracks and blisters that I had on my dash. You can see right here there's you know, some of the imperfections over the years that happens as the dash ages. This area right here by the digital clock always blisters, as does this little pocket down here. So anyway, hope that helps, and if you guys attempt something like this at home, hope the video gives you a little bit of inspiration and some guidance. So hope you're doing well. Take care. Bye.